Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to today's online class session. This is for first year, first semester syllabus. And yesterday we had a discussion on soft skills where we had discussed nonverbal communication. The other word of nonverbal communication is kinesics, okay? And now, in continuation of soft skills, today's we are going to have a discussion on interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills. Okay, let us begin with the famous words by William Shakespeare. All the world is a stage, all the men and women characters, everyone has an entrance and an exit. So you might have been shocked how this William Shakespeare famous lines are related to interpersonal skills. So before going to interpersonal skills, let us have a focus on the words that have been written by William Shakespeare. All the world is a stage, all the men and women characters, everyone has an entrance and exit. So these words seems to be something philosophical, but they are very much related to our day-to-day lifestyle. Because in our day-to-day hectic life schedule, all of us have to act according to the context, according to the situation, according to the place, according to the persons. So all of us, we confront with the innumerable persons, innumerable experiences, various places where sometimes we have to become extroverts and sometimes we have to become an introvert and sometimes we may confuse also. So this is our lifestyle. All of us, we have become very busy nowadays. So that is why it is very important to concentrate on interpersonal skills. And there is another skill which is called intrapersonal skill. This is interpersonal skill and the another one is intrapersonal skill. So let us have a definition what exactly the interpersonal skills are. So interpersonal skills are, as you can see in the first slide, okay, in the first slide you can see interpersonal skills are the behaviors and tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. Now, I firmly hope that you have come across with the words which I have given you in the beginning, that all the world is a stage, all the men and women are mere the characters, everyone has an exit and entrance like. So interpersonal skills are nothing but they are the behaviors and tactics of a person. So whoever, maybe it's me, maybe you, maybe somebody else, okay, they are nothing but the behaviors and tactics of a person who uses to interact with others effectively. This is what I have told you. We have to confront so many experiences, We have to confront so many persons on so many works. So these are the skills, these are the behaviors, these are the tactics that we interact with others effectively. So in the business world, the term refers to an employee. So in the business field or in the business world, this term, that means interpersonal skill, this refers to an employee's ability to work well with others. So nowadays, I hope all of you are very much familiar with the fact the government sector, is failed to provide employability to the youngsters. So hence, all of us, we are running after multinational companies and national companies, software industry like. So in the business world, this term refers to an employee who is working in that particular firm or in that particular organization or in that particular company, his ability to work well with others. That means he has to work with others. So in the definition, in the first line itself, we have come across that these are the behaviors and tactics of a person to interact with others effectively. Okay, and now let us come to the intrapersonal skills. So now, just now, we have come across with interpersonal skills, and now let us come to the intrapersonal skills. Please, those who are not having textbook, please write down what intrapersonal skills are. So intrapersonal skills are INTERA, intrapersonal. This is INTERPERSONAL, interpersonal skills. Intrapersonal skills are much more related to interpersonal skills also, but the definition slightly we can see there is a slight change between interpersonal skill and intrapersonal skill. So let us come to intrapersonal skills. What are intrapersonal skills? So these are all about self-awareness. So these are all intrapersonal skills are all about self-awareness and controlling your own internal attitudes and inner process that enables the foundation on which you build your relationships with others, because they help you more easily navigate your interpersonal relationships. So both are interlinked, my dear, interpersonal skills and intrapersonal skills. So I hope you have come across with intrapersonal skills also. These are all about self-awareness. That means you have to be aware and you have to be control your internal attitudes as well as inner process, because that enables the foundation on which you build your relationships with others. Okay, now let us come to the first slide of interpersonal skills. Now we have to discuss only interpersonal skills, not intrapersonal skills. Now, interpersonal skills are the set of abilities enabling a person to interact positively and work effectively with others. So in this competitive world, you have to work with others, and your anger will not work over there, isn't it? You have to act positively, you have to act effectively, you have to deal with great tactics, because you are working with some other people, you are working with a team, right, where you have to be positive and where you have to be work effectively to get the good results. Your anger will not help you in this regard, right? And then next, strong interpersonal skills create more satisfying interactions in all environments. So if you behave, if your attitude is positive, right, it will create more satisfying interactions in all environments. So sometimes at some environment you may not work. For example, if I posted in Delhi there is lot of cool weather in Delhi. So being a Hyderabadian, I cannot say that I can't stay in Delhi, I can't do that particular job. I cannot say, because doing job is essentiality for everyone. So I cannot deny that. So then what I have to do? I have to mold myself in order to get habituate to the daily weather. If I am not unable to mold myself to habituate that kind of a weather, I cannot do job anywhere in the world. So in all environments, these interpersonal skills, they create more satisfying interactions in all environments, whatever the environment may be. Developing people skills involves building strong relationships. So developing people skills, the way you talk, the way you behave, that's what we have just now discussed. If you are good at communication, if you are positive, if you are friendly, so you can make a lot of friends in your life. And this one is a mandatory thing in the job field. So developing people skills involving building relationships, these interpersonal skills include the following. So now let us have what are the interpersonal skills that we have to maintain or that we have to require. Now the first one is strong communication skills. So the first quality that every individual should possess is strong communication skill. What is strong communication skill? It involves listening closely with good voice and expressing yourself clearly. So I have told you in my earlier classes so many times that unless you become a good listener, you will not be a good speaker. So strong communication skill means you have to listen very carefully, you have to listen closely in order to express your voice clearly. So this is the first quality that an individual should possess, strong communication skills. And then next, the second quality that requires is courtesy. Courtesy. You should have courtesy for others. You should have qualities that are necessary for a healthy relationship. This is what I have told you. Your anger will not work. You should be courteous with others so that they will give respect to you and they make friendship with you. So that means you have to respect others so that you can expect respect from them. So when you are not courteous with others, how could you expect respect from others? So this, cuts human relationships or friend relationships. And now the third quality is integrity. Integrity. Practice integrity by examining the impact of your behavior and decisions on others, and you should be equipped with the knowledge of the subject. So what you have to do? You have to practice by examining your behavior, your decisions, whatever you have taken on others, how your decisions and how your behavior that affected them. So you have to examine all these things. So that you should have this, you should practice this knowledge. And the fourth skill that one should have, persuasion skills. Persuasion, sometimes it will become very difficult to convince others. So this tactic also, this is also one of the tactics that everyone should possess. So you have to persuade them, you have to convince them. What is that? You should have the skill to make someone agree to do something by giving them good reason for doing it. That means you have to convince someone to do some kind of a work, right? So that by giving them good reason, you have to give a good reason for that, why that particular person is supposed to do this job. So in that way you are supposed to convince other people in order to get good results. And the another quality is fifth one, leadership skills. Leadership skills. Everyone cannot become a leader, isn't it? So you should be able to lead a group. So nowadays it has become very common in national companies and multinational companies, particularly in software industry, where you have to work with a team or you have to work with a group. So you should be able to lead a group. So unless you have all those qualities which we have discussed earlier and which we are going to discuss in the coming session, you will not become a good leader. You cannot lead a group. You should have a qualities of leader and should be able to take responsibilities. So there will not be any kind of procrastination or postponement. So at any time, at any circumstances, you have to be ready to take up any kind of responsibilities at any kind of environmental scenario. Right? You have to be a leader. So you should not be an escapist, a person who always wants to run away from the responsibilities. It is not the quality of a good leader. So you will be able to take any kind of a responsibility at any time and at any situation. This is called what you call leadership qualities. And then next, the sixth quality that you are supposed to possess is in our next slide, that is good listening skills. Good listening skills. See, when the purpose of communication lacks, when I am speaking to you, if you are unable to understand what I am speaking, the purpose of communication itself becomes futile over there. So that is why, look at the sixth quality, good listening skills. Due to misunderstandings, so when communication gap takes place, definitely there will be misunderstandings arises and some conflicts also will arises. So that is why you have to listen very carefully, and you should listen to others very carefully. That means you have to be a good listener first, right? Because this communication gap will leads to misunderstandings and as well as conflicts also. Now let us come to the seventh quality, that is non-verbal communication or positive body language. This chapter we had a discussion in our yesterday's class session. So that is why I don't think that I am supposed to expatiate non-verbal communication in detail. So let us go through the lines what that non-verbal communication or positive body language, what are they? So non-verbal communication, your expressions, okay, your expressions, your movement of the body, okay. We have discussed in yesterday's class session, the distance between the two people that is supposed to be maintained, right? So your expressions and your movements of the body, okay, the way you show your expressions, okay, the way you show your expressions, whether you are interested or not. So your expressions, your body language will denote that whether you are interested in the topic or whether you are interested in that particular work or not. Okay. Angry or smiling should be always positive. Whether it is angry or whether it is smiling. So this should be always positive. For example, somebody has not done good work. It doesn't mean that you become angry. So your anger also should be expressed in positive manner so that you can take other work from him in the future. Then fairness. The 8th quality is fairness. You should be very frank in your dealings with others. There will not be any kind of nepotism. There will not be any kind of chauvinism. There will not be any kind of parochialism. Parochialism means showing favor to someone. It should not be like that. You have to be very frank and you have to deal with others. Frankly, you have to deal with everyone, with whomever you are working. Right? You should be fair. Fair means this is not related to color. Okay? You should not show any favorism to anyone, a particular person like. Right? Try to reciprocate if someone is doing you a favor. Okay? Try to reciprocate if someone is doing you a favor. If somebody is showing favor to you, please try to stop him. Okay. And the 9th quality is teamwork skills. The 9th quality is teamwork skills. What are teamwork skills? You should be cooperative. You should be cooperative with others and should know how to compromise. So don't be adamant. You are not supposed to be aggressive sometimes. You have to be submissive. Compromise means submissive. So you are not supposed to be aggressive all times. So you have to be cooperative with others and you have to be submissive with others. Praise others for good work. If some people have done good job or a good work, don't hesitate, to praise them. Praise them openly. It works a lot. And try to understand people's viewpoints. Be honest and respectful to others' feelings also. When you are expecting a positive manners of your feelings from others, at the same time you are also supposed to be honest and respect others' feelings also. Right? This is the 9th quality, that is teamwork skills. And now the 10th quality, decision making. Decision making. What is decision making? It is important to make right decisions keeping the target and goals in mind and not personal emotions. This is very, very important, my dear students. Your personal emotions should not be associated with your decisions. You have to take right decision at the right time. Okay? There will not be any kind of compromises whenever you are dealing with decision. A right time decision always determines a beautiful, marvelous, excellent, fantabulous life. So that is why you have to be very careful. It is very important to make right decisions, keeping the target and goals in mind and not personal emotions. Okay, and now the 11th quality, problem solving. So nowadays, this problem we can see in lot of students, they are unable to solve their own problems. So this is also one of the important characters which have to focus very carefully. So one should be good at negotiation and be able to find solutions to complex issues by identifying the problem. So when it comes to problem solving, what you have to do, you have to find out the problem first of all. Unless you find out the problem, how it could be possible to solve it? So first of all, you have to be a good negotiation quality. That means you have to negotiate with others to find out where the exact problem is by brainstorming and generating potential solutions and evaluating risks and benefits. So unless you find out, you trace out the problem, you cannot go for a solution, right? And you cannot generate potential solutions, right? So that is why it is very important, that most of the students community nowadays are lacking this problem solving. Okay, and now let us come to the 12th point, that is negotiation. To be a good negotiator, verbal and non-verbal communication is essential to resolve issues through discussion, clarification, agreement and cooperation. So when you are a good negotiator, when you are good at problem solving, when you are good at decision making, and when you are good at teamwork skills, and when you have fairness quality, along with verbal and non-verbal communication, okay, is essential to resolve through discussions. See, discussion will not become an argument, my dear. So you can discuss with your teammates, you can discuss with your friends, and through discussions you will come to a clarification, you will come to an agreement, and with a cooperation the problem will be solved. So now I have given two examples to you people for your knowledge. See how a negotiation has to start. A conversation. Already, we had so many conversation, in how to introduce yourself in a formal situation, how to sustain it. So these are all the conversations that we had discussed in our earlier class. But this is something, related to interpersonal skills. Okay. So in interpersonal skills, let us have a look, this example number 1. Nitya finds Sarah, a classmate in the college she has recently joined. So there are two characters, Nitya and Sarah. So one fine day, Nitya finds Sarah. Sarah was also one of the students, who joined in the same college where Nitya is studying. But what happened, What kind of a girl she was? She was cold and unfriendly. She was cold and unfriendly. In other words, she was an introvert girl. Introvert means a person who don't want to speak to others, uh, you know, uh, who want to sit lonely, who never wants to participate in other activities like cold and unfriendly. In a nutshell, we can say unfriendly, right? So Sarah was a cold girl and unfriendly girl. So at this juncture, at this context, how the conversation is supposed to start. They take the same bus home. Look at here, ironically, both of them take the same bus, you know, from home every day. Okay, every day they take the same bus. One day, Nitya starts a conversation with Sarah in order to try to change her attitude towards her. So, what Nitya did? Nitya started conversation in order to eradicate Sarah's cold and unfriendly attitude. Okay, by the end of it, Sarah becomes friendlier. So, your positive talk, your positive attitude, that makes you friends. Now, look at the conversation how it starts. Nitya, hi Sarah, how are you? So, here Sarah didn't start it. As we have, discussed in the beginning, that Sarah is unfriendly girl, she's a cold girl, she doesn't want to talk to anyone, right? So that is why Nitya started the conversation by wishing her, hi Sarah, how are you? Sarah, the response of Sarah, look at here, fine, you know my name. What Sarah is saying, I am fine, you know my name? And Nitya, yes, we are of same class. Now the reply of Nitya, yes, we are in the same class. And now she continued her talk. Nitya, how she is continuing, look at very carefully. Yes, we are same class, we are of same class. Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? You look very reserved. You don't mingle with anyone. Now Nitya is saying, what happened to you, Sarah? Always you look very reserved and always you look very calm and you don't talk to anyone. What is the reason behind that? And look at the response of Sarah. No, it is not like that. No, it is not like that. I am new to this college and it takes time to be friends with everyone. The reason of being cold or unfriendly is disclosed here. What she said? I am new to this college and it takes some time to be friends with everyone. And now look at the response of Nitya. I know that. Don't feel in that way. Everyone is very friendly over here. You be in my group. Now Nitya is welcoming Sarah by adding Sarah in her group. Sarah, oh thanks for that. I really like to be in your group. So in response, Sarah thanked her, Nitya, to be one of the friends in the group of Sarah, Nitya. You are most welcome. Okay, then see you tomorrow. Bye. So now here, this ends the conversation between Nitya and Sarah. And now look at one more example. Look at one more example. All right. Interpersonal skills tend to create conflicts or stress if team skills are poor. It is considered as an opportunity to reduce stress and enhance intimacy. Now look at the example 2. Constant disagreeing on trivial issues and considering interaction with others as a waste of time is a sign of poor interpersonal skills. That means you should not discuss on trivial issues and you should not disagree with others. Okay, this comes under what you call poor interpersonal skills. Now look at this example. Let me read it out. On the other hand, sharing ideas, perspectives and opinions in every exchange is considered as an upgrading ability. So unless you share your ideas, your perspectives, your opinions with others, it will not be a good interpersonal skill. In fact, this is a upgrading ability. Considering own ideas superior to others with an aim to execute and bring the goal across is a sign of weakness. Don't ever estimate yourself superior. So as if, don't act as if you know everything, and don't apply to others. Okay? So this is a very bad sign. Okay? This is also a sign of weakness. Okay? So that is why your opinion is not superior to others. Okay? And an organization requires brilliance of teamwork in order to achieve objects. In any organization, if you act superior, you will not get help from others. That leads where you cannot do the work in a targeted time. Showing an attitude improves the teamwork performance so that it excels the end results is called a strong sign of interpersonal skills. So showing an attitude improves the teamwork, performance so that it excels. The end result is called a strong sign of interpersonal skill. Trying to exhibit as a major contributor of success in the pride of team is considered as a weakness. So don't try to exhibit yourself that you are a major contributor when you are working with a team. Okay? It is a sign of weakness. And it tends to create an imbalance. It creates imbalance and it creates confusion in the team. So that is why don't proclaim yourself, don't extol yourself as if you are only the major contributor to work. The team exhibits unique skills of representing the company, depicts the qualities of trust and common objective. So these are the qualities of interpersonal skills which are required for every individual. Where we have come across interpersonal skills are the set of abilities, right, enabling a person to interact positively and work effectively with others. Strong interpersonal skills create more satisfying interactions in all environments. Developing people skills involves building strong relationships, and some skills which are supposed to follow by every individual have been given to you, like strong communication skills, courtesy, integrity, persuasion skills, leadership skills, and good listening skills, non-verbal communication or positive body language, and eighth one fairness, ninth one teamwork skills, 10th one decision making, and 11th one problem solving, and 12th one negotiation. And in continuation we have come across with two more examples, of conversation one, and responding on trivial issues also. So here ends our today's class session, my dear students. Day after tomorrow, because tomorrow is 15th August, as you know, our Independence Day. So that is why I will meet you on the next class session that will be on 16th of August. Till then, bye, take care. $42.